it's interesting. When I opened the coffee shop, it was, I keep joking with people. I'm like, you think it's a coffee shop, but it's really a community center. I can't get away from the community center. You know, I started a language school for Ethiopian kids and to help with issues in the community, and it wasn't, like, we had funding issues. It was just too expensive, and we did it wrong. But I left that alone and said, no, I'm going to just focus on myself for a while. And then the coffee shop came out of that. And then the coffee shop is basically a community, you know what I mean? We have all these community events and stuff. I'm like, cannot get away from the community stuff.
Basically, yeah.
But, yeah, I mean, you're right. That goes back to my dad's story. This is my hobby, right? It's like an expensive hobby to me. I don't take a paycheck from a coffee shop. Hopefully someday it'll pay. I still have my day job is what I'm trying to say. Right. But it's been really fulfilling in other ways. So maybe not financially. There's not been a payoff for me. But I didn't realize this space was missing until we created it, you know? And I say we because I don't think I do anything by myself. I think everything is like God and myself and community and all of that stuff. But it's interesting to me to see how many people feel like they finally have a place. You know what I mean? And it's not even that I see it. People say that all the time, you know? It's not unusual just to walk in on a Saturday morning or Saturday afternoon and there's all these groups organizing. Just, I have no idea what they're doing. You know what I mean? But organizing different events or... there's a young black group that meets and they talk about like issues in their community, like leadership type of issues and how they can better their communities. And then you have, I mean, just so many different people who come together. And it's, you know, we have the pastors. You were talking about the pastors. Every Friday morning out on the patio, you know, having their pastries and coffee and talking about, God knows, fracking and I mean everything that you can think of. It's really fun. But even like some of the elders, like Ron, who lives down the street, and I don't know if you know him, but he's like, in his day was this really great actor, black actor, who had a respectable role as a doctor on TV when black people didn't have those type of roles. And he's here every morning. And I'm like, nobody even knows who he is. I mean, some people do in the community, but not enough, you know what I mean? And so he comes in and we give him lots of love and, you know, all of that. But it's just been interesting to see the personalities and people who feel like, yes, finally, my space. You know what I mean? Which is one of the reasons we renamed the coffee shop, because it was named after the previous owner, like 3 or 4 owners. I mean, KJ's were the original owners. And those are her initials, the wife's initials. And then it's, you know, had various names since then. But that was one thing that was really important to me, to name it Whittier Café, because it belongs to the community. I wanted to give it back. Here, you could have it. You know? And so that's where the name came from. It was an attempt to give it back. And I think that's resonated with people.
Wow.
Quite a bit.